Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I'm going to be carving an owl. Just loving carving owls at the minute. So I've got 8-inch, 22cm wide log, by 103cm, 40.5 inches tall. I've just drawn the face on, so it's just, the face is basically just like a spade upside down in it, upside down spade. But then I'm going to try and put a tail on this one because I've just been not putting tails on them so far. So I'm going to try and do a tail. So I've chopped a little wedge out of there, so that's going to be the tail there. Wing's going to come up there, so you can see all the nice wing. It's sort of going to be sideways on, wing here. Instead of looking forward, so you can't see the wing, looking sideways, so you can see all the nice feather pattern and that. So yeah, let's get on with it. And if you haven't already, subscribe, and if you enjoy the videos, give it a like. So I'm just separating the wings from the tail, and then just taking off a bit of the extra wood from under the wing and tail. So I'm just going to draw on the centre line of the wings at the back. It's going to be somewhere around here. There. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to cut down there. That's the centre line of the wing, and then I can go around off that. Got the M.T.S with the 170 bar on there and chain. It goes so much faster doing your block out with that. The power of the bigger saw. So just the same on this side, removing the excess wood from under the wing. Just tidying everything up, making a little V for the back of the owl's neck there. Taking it slow, little by little. First go at a tail. I've been just not doing tails because So I've got the MS-170 with the carving bar on there out, just to do some of the finer detail. So great horned owl. So there's the horns. So I'm just going across the top of the head to separate the horns, and then rounding over all the head. So I haven't got a square head. And then upcut, Ryan Cook style, to do the owl eyes. I've been doing it with the tip of the bar, going straight into it and like whittling it out. But this way I thought I'd try and do it how Ryan Cook does his owls, with the face of doing an upcut with the saw, and I'm happy with the result. So I think it's the best owl face so far. And the base, I've had a go at doing the rocks, and again I just watched Ryan Cook's video on how to do rocks. I didn't quite keep it the same like style of rocks. I've done some slate laying on each other and then a couple of rounded boulders, so just tried a couple of different rocks out. Got a bit carried away with the rocks, I reckon, but yeah, it looks good anyway at the end. So just rounding over the chest, make sure everything's equal, symmetrical. Back to the 251. Still going that neck, getting it perfect, perfectly how I want it, the V of the owl's neck, and a bit of separation between the wings. Just tidying everything up, going a bit deeper on the tail there. It's day one, I reckon. Took me about 3 days to do it. Obviously, can't do too much with vibrations on the chainsaw. But yeah, the mask, it's brilliant, does what it says on the tin. But when it's cold in winter, it makes you cold. Constant cold air blowing in your face. So it's one thing to think about. It makes you freezing in winter, so I haven't been using it when I'm outside. It makes you too cold. So then I'm just doing upcuts with the MS-170 with the still carving bar on there to get the feathers in. And then once I've done the upcuts with the chainsaw, I'm just tidying it up with the Makita die grinder with the cut tool flame burr on there, and it's the silver cut tool. I think it's like the original course or fine course. The silver one anyway. And I just have it on full power, but you can change it to whatever one you're comfortable with. Be careful with the die grinder. I ordered the extreme course first, and I couldn't use it because it was just bouncing around too much. So yeah, I wouldn't get the cut tool extreme and put it in a die grinder unless you're strong and your piece is fastened down. But it's just not. It's more peaceful with the fine silver course. Do your detailing piece without thinking it's going to jump and just chop off a whole feather or whatever. So this is the other side, so you're just using the side of your bar, side of your chain. From the other side, same angle, cutting up and on the side of your bar to make the feathers. And this is where you can make it look really good, get some curves in them feathers, and S's and question mark shaped feathers, and just clean it up with the die grinder. So it doesn't have to be 100% perfect with the chainsaw in your hand. When you know it's heavier than the die grinder, and it's not, you can be more accurate and gives your arms a break from the vibrations of the chainsaw, and it just cleans up the edges of the feathers or whatever cut you're doing. So that's a good tool. Definitely comes in handy. And I almost forgot to mention, the one and only Geordie Johnson's commented on my mushroom video, so how to carve a mushroom. Go give his check out his comment. Whoop whoop, starstruck and that. Yes, Geordie. So I'll leave a link to Ryan Cook's channel. He's got a video on how to carve rocks, and he's done loads of old videos. So yeah, go check Ryan Cook out. And Geordie Johnson, he's got loads of videos on Dremel and all the burrs you need. Saved me a lot of money on going and watching his channel and not wasting money on rubbish burrs and getting burrs that are actually decent. So yeah, go check out his channel as well. Whoop whoop. So now I've just got the Dremel, and I've got the Chinese cutter, tri-blade cutter burr on there for doing the line, the initial fine line around the washer, pencil line that I've drawn around the washer. So I've got the pupil and the iris sort of thing from drawing around the washer, and now I'm just feathering away the edges, as Geordie would say. Feather away, feather away, feather away, and feather away, deeper and feather away. And got the urge to blow the dust off then. It's getting a bit cold outside, so I've got the Makita DUC 353, and I'm going to put rocks on the base. So I've got the feet going on, I've done the eyes. Now I'm going to do the base, I'm going to do rocks. So using the Makita DUC 353 electric chainsaw, 36 volt, 218 volt, 5 amp batteries on there, and I'm just doing like slate lying on top of each other. Like I said, I watched Ryan Cook's video where he does how to carve rocks on a base, and I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. And it's getting a bit cold outside, so I can come inside with the electric one and put the heater on. So yeah, is where I start doing a couple of boulders as well. I'm thinking, whilst I'm at it doing some rocks, I might as well try and do some different type of rocks. So I'm just for the slate, just doing choppy lines and then trying to make it look like they're all joined and compressed on top of each other, laying on top of each other, squashing each other down. And then 2/3 of the way down to the base, some big boulders, and then I'll do a bit of slate underneath them to finish it off. And you've got this far in the video, 66% of the way through. It's a really long video, already at 14 minutes, but thanks for watching. I hope you find it interesting and it helps you out. Obviously I've only been carving for probably less than a year, so I just learnt everything from YouTube, and I thought I'll just put my learning journey on here. So here we are. Definitely happier with how the owl face has turned out using the upcut. I'm loving how these rocks have turned out on the base as well, and loving the electric chainsaw. It's definitely a good investment. When it's cold, you can take it inside in your workshop without not breathing any fumes, and it's so much quieter for your neighbours if you're doing stuff in your back garden as a hobby like me. Less complaints, definitely. Well, I haven't had a complaint for ages anyway, but they were complaining a lot, the neighbours were. But yeah, the electric chainsaw is definitely a good investment. And just getting the separation in the rocks. Do like a one line cut and then an up cut and a down cut to that line that you've just done. Same as how you put separation in, you say your wings or whatever you're doing. There's the big boulders, and then they're lying on top of slate as well. And I think this is like day 3 of having a go on the owl. Because obviously, like I say, with the fibromyalgia and like the vibrations, I have to stop when I have to stop. So I'm just giving it a bit of black spray paint, just for where the shadows between the rocks is going to be. And then when you sand it, it's just going to make the shadows between each ledge of the rocks stand out. I'll show you what it looks like once it's been sanded. So I've just got a sanding disc on the grinder, just going over all the high points. So all the deep parts of the rocks are going to be black, like the shadows, and all the high points are going to be boom in your face, standing out nice and bright. Got some boulders in there, some slate. Yeah man, looking good. Happy with it. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe. Appreciate it. It's been a bit of a long video, but there's a lot to do when you're making an owl, and all the detail and that you got to do for the eyes and everything. So great horned owl, linseed oil, owl on the rocks. So yeah, if you've got this far in the video, thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please do so. I appreciate it. And if you enjoyed the video, found it useful, hit the like button. Another little play around with the acrylic paint. Bit of a feather pattern and that going on. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Might be another owl, who knows. Loving carving the owls at the minute. So this is the owl on the rocks. I've had to put a few more photos on there so you can see all the angles. And this is just carved, bit of acrylic paint on the wings, bit of spray paint in between the rocks, and then this is it with just linseed oil on. Yeah, thanks again for watching. Please subscribe, appreciate it. See you in the next one.